A vivid streak of red lipstick stained my cheek, a searing emblem of betrayal. Elena, my wife of 10 years, stumbled to the front door, her steps unsteady, her breath soaked in the bitter scent of cheap tequila, laced with a perfume I didn't recognize. "Sorry, darling, I'm late," she slurred with a twisted smile, leaning in to press a sloppy kiss on my face. Girls' night dragged on. Her laugh, once a melody that brightened even my darkest days, now sounded foreign, shrill, hollow. Something inside me recoiled. Something was wrong. Deeply, unmistakably wrong. This wasn't new. She'd been coming home late more often, dodging my questions with vague excuses and forced smiles. Her phone, once forgotten on kitchen counters or left casually in the living room, had become an extension of her hand, always locked, always guarded. Her appearance had sharpened. New clothes, expensive perfume, freshly manicured nails. Her eyes darted when I asked simple questions. Her answers clipped, rehearsed. I told myself not to be paranoid, that I was overthinking, that maybe life had just gotten heavy, and we were both distracted. But the unease kept digging deeper, clawing at my insides. That night, after she collapsed into a drunken sleep, her phone buzzed on the nightstand. I stared at it, guilt warring with suspicion, until the latter won. I picked it up. A message from someone labeled book club lit up the screen. Asterisk last night was unforgettable. Miss you already. X asterisk. My hand trembled as I unlocked it. The chat was a hidden garden of secrets. Weeks of messages filled with lust, longing, and whispered promises. I scrolled through photos, locations, timestamped rendezvous. Elena, my Elena, had become someone I didn't recognize. Then came the voicemails. That was what broke me. I pressed play. A man's voice, smooth, smug, spilled to the speaker like poison. "Hey, beautiful. Can't get you out of my head. Tomorrow night, same place." Then hers, lighter than I'd heard in months. "Oh, Marcus, you're all I can think about. Being with you, it's everything." Marcus. The name hit like a hammer to the ribs. I sat there in the dark, clutching her phone like it might dissolve in my hands. My chest felt hollow. My heart didn't break. It twisted silently, painfully. I didn't yell, didn't cry. Something inside me just turned, cooled, hardened. The next morning, Elena woke up with a hangover and guilt cloud in her eyes. I handed her coffee, steadying my voice. "How was girls' night?" She sipped carefully, eyes averted. "Fun, too much drinking." "I bet." A pause. "Did you swing by book club too?" Her hand jerked, coffee spilling across the table. What are you talking about?" Without a word, I took out her phone and played the voicemail. Her own voice, giddy and glowing with affection, for someone else. Her face went pale. Her breath hitched. "Who's Marcus?" I asked, my tone flat and ice-edged. She fumbled, stammered. Her lips tried to form lies, but her eyes gave her away. "I can explain," she whispered. "Explain what?" My composure cracked like glass. "Explain how you've been lying to me, sneaking around behind my back, turning our marriage into a fucking masquerade." In the days that followed, the truth spilled out like a slow bleed. Marcus was a colleague she'd met at a corporate retreat. The girls' nights were fiction. Every kiss she gave me had an aftertaste of someone else. She called it a mistake, a lapse, but it wasn't. It was a trail of conscious decisions, lies told with precision, affection diverted with intent. My world burned, but somewhere in the ashes, a steel determination took root. I wouldn't let this wreck me. Not forever. First, I needed to face him. Finding Marcus was laughably easy. Social media laid it all bare. The polished smile, the lavish vacations, the carefully curated photos of his wife and children. A perfect life built on deceit. I waited outside his office one cold evening. When he stepped out, I saw the flicker of recognition cross his face. "You're Elena's husband," he said, wary. I nodded. "That's right. We need to talk." I didn't raise my voice. Didn't touch him. I simply laid everything out, the messages, the calls, the voicemails. Every thread of their sordid tapestry. He tried to deflect, to pin it all on Elena. I didn't flinch. You wrecked my marriage, I said, eyes locked onto his. Now I'll wreck yours. I turned and walked away, leaving him pale, speechless. I knew he'd lose everything, not because I screamed or fought, but because I'd given him the truth, and the truth was enough to shatter him. In the weeks that followed, my life crumbled. Divorce papers were filed. Lawyers sat across cold conference tables, reducing our history to clauses and percentages. Elena wept. She pleaded. She said she was sorry. But I couldn't unhear her voice whispering Marcus's name like a prayer. Months passed. The divorce finalized. She packed her things and left. I heard through mutual friends that Marcus's wife left him too, taking their children. His career imploded. His world turned to rubble. And yet there was no joy in it, only quiet. A hollow space where love used to live. I sold the house. Started over. The silence at first was unbearable. Loneliness pressed in like fog. But I kept going. I worked longer hours. Reconnected with friends. Took up painting. I traveled. I breathed. One day, without even realizing it, I had moved on. Years later, I saw her, Elena, in a small corner cafe, alone. She looked tired, worn down by life. The spark that once lit up a room had faded to an ember. We spoke, cordially, briefly. She apologized again, her voice softer, more human. And this time, I believed her. I forgave her, not because she deserved it, but because I did. Forgiveness wasn't forgetting. It wasn't excusing. It was choosing to let go of what kept me tethered to the past. The red lipstick had faded. The pain dulled. The scars remained, but they were mine. Proof that I had survived. Evidence that I had endured. And in that quiet survival, I found something stronger than vengeance. I found peace.